Origins just got released and it is actually really fun to play. So I'm going to give you a complete guide on kind of everything that you need to know about Origins so you can be up to date and you can stay on top of it as well. So first thing we need to cover is how the modes work. There's adventure mode and arena mode. For adventure mode, there is a certain like battles that you have to go through and you have to complete. The higher you go here, the more reward you'll get for your AFK timer, and this will equal Moonshards plus experience. This will level up your Axies for them to do in adventure mode. So we can hop into adventure mode battle here. I'm just going to quickly skip through this. We're going to start our battle, and you can kind of see how these little monsters work. We have our cards, and our deck we're running is a triple aqua team. I'll also cover the triple aqua team probably in the next video, so stay tuned to that. So first, we're going to start off with the initial to draw one card. Then we're just going to hit it with a shoal star and get a kill here. We could also banish something and maybe go for another card play, but we're just going to go in energy, apply a bleed here, and then just pass our turn. So here's one of the boss monsters in the early levels. We're now just going to shield up from it to try to protect ourselves. The way it works is actually you transition from one battle to the second battle, and your energy still that you had from the first battle stays over. So it's not like it's your turn ending. So if you kill the two front monsters and then you go into the second battle, maybe it's actually hard. So there's a lot of planning that may be involved later on where you just want to like kill off the front monster, do a bit of damage to him, and then set yourself up for like decent energy for the next turn so you're not out of energy in cards. Another thing to note is you can kind of look and you can actually see what cards you have in your discard pile and what cards you have in your draw pile. So I can see that I only have these two cards in my draw pile. So I know if I play this card, I'm bound to draw either a Catfish or Babylonia. I'm going to play my draw card, and you can see I drew Catfish here. Also, Shoal Star is really nice. If an Axie is under 120 HP, it instant kills them. And also we could shuffle this card, so that's what we're going to do as well. We're going to shuffle the card that we can't play. Draw us into our last card. We can apply weak on our target now, and then we might as well just play bubble again. Also, for anyone that does not know and wants to learn how some of these buffs and debuffs work, bubble, what it does is it prevents 5 damage from being taken. So if you get actually hit, it stops 5 of the damage. You never really want to play more than 2 bubbles, because this thing that like busts and does like 20 damage is okay, but it's not really great. So it's actually nice because even in PvP mode, if you have like a card that gives you 2 bubbles, you pretty much take 10 less damage throughout the whole battle. It's really, really strong overall. Here, we're just going to go for attacks. Apply as much damage as we can. Keep the attack buff going on my front guy. And then if we could get him under, we could actually Shoal Star him here, which we're going to be able to do. Just do that. Shoal Star. So certain things like sleep, I feel like are going to be very strong. Also, things like Kestrel are going to be very strong. Because if you have it on your backline Axie or a midline Axie that can stop your opponent from ever playing cards on either their middle or their backline, it's going to stop them from being able to do a bunch. And it also stops them for like 3 to 4 turns. So you can see here how this guy's asleep. In this mode, it's only for like 1 turn. But if this was for 2 turns or 4 turns, not being able to play on one of my Axies for 4 turns would be really insane. And if you have a card that like, there's cards that can make it and runes that can make it so you can target any Axie, which can be very, very strong. If you want to be able to tell where your cards are, there's 2 different ways you can notice. First, you can see by the face on the card itself. Down there, it represents the same Axie, but also the cards that usually are on the left-hand side are for the left hand. The ones that are in the middle, like this one, are for my middle guy, and the one on the right hand are for my right-hand guy. Also, Shoal Star is actually insane because watch this. It does damage, and it goes right through shield, and also gets an instant kill. So if they have 120 health plus a shield, it will go right through it. And you can see I got some runes and charms for competing in this level, and we also got 500 Moonshards. So it seems like adventure mode is probably going to be something that you want to rush early on because you're going to get a bunch of Moonshards from it, and then you're going to want to hop in PvP afterwards. It also increases, like I said, your AFK timer rewards, and that goes up even more. Next, I want to show you how crafting works. You can actually craft runes and charms. I think it's actually best to just wait and start crafting these 1,000 based ones. The reason why is you have a 35% chance to get rare, you have a higher chance of getting epic, and you also have a chance of getting mystic ones. And then also it's random on which Axie it ends up going to, and it's also random if it's a rune or charm. So you're not going to really be able to kind of build too much. You're going to have to just kind of get lucky a little bit, but you also can deconstruct them as well. You can also craft these here, which require moon dust, but it makes it so you have a higher chance of getting one of these. I'm going to do a craft now. So I got a talisman for the plant. I'm not running a plant Axie, so this is not very good for me. And then I got some crafting experience. I think that was actually a mystic one too. But let's go to my collection. So we can come here. We can see my collection, and I could disenchant if I want to. Also, you can see based off of here, there's going to be non-seasonal and then seasonal as well. When the other seasons happen, you'll be able to base off the season. But let's say I want to get rid of one of these runes because I don't need it. I have too many of them. I can come here and you can see how I can disenchant it for a certain amount. I personally wouldn't disenchant anything early on. I think just having as much possible ones as you can that give you certain ability will be really nice. You can also, like I said, check your runes, and certain runes will be for certain different styles of Axies. So you may get lucky and you may get like ones for like certain classes that you want, but it's going to be a little while before you actually get what you want. So I think it's going to take you probably like a week to a month to really build up all the runes and charms that you're looking for. Last thing that I want to mention is about PvP mode. So in Arena, you have this rank here, and the higher you go up, the more Moonshards you get. So your reward is based off of the ranking that you are, will equal more Moonshards, and based off your stamina is the amount that you earn. So you only earn 50% more for having stamina. So you can play without stamina, and you'll just earn lesser of a reward. And then also, it's based off of the number of Axies you own. So if you own 0 Axies, you actually will earn 0 Moonshards here. You can see it like this. It's based off of the number of Axies you own. So you're only going to be able to do adventure mode and earn stuff without that. But I think this may be changed in the future to SLP, and that's probably why it's set up the way it is. If you found this video helpful, please leave a like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one.